I'm Kev.
And I'm Steve.
And we're from the internet.
Want an extra episode of We're From the Internet every week? Head over to we'refromtheinternet.com/bonus to get an exclusive weekly bonus episode 100% free.
Hi guys, it's Christian West. Is it about time that the TV licence was scrapped for good?
No, we want to go and work at the BBC. They're not going to be able to pay us enough if they scrap that. How are they going to give us our salaries to host the one show?
Yeah, it'd have to be the one show. It's going to be enough time to get out of work and travel down to London.
I presume when we're hosting the one show, we could probably give up our day jobs. In fact, the one show's on every day. They will become our day jobs.
My boss listens. I would scale. Maybe I'd leave an hour earlier.
Your boss
an hour earlier
lives in a fantasy world if they think that when you're presenting the one show, you're going to carry on turning up for work every day.
I like where I work.
You'll prefer working on the one show.
But yeah, it's TV licence. I like it. And I probably sound like a nutter, but I get tremendous value out of it. Like, I don't see what we'd gain from getting rid of it. It seems like such a
non-argument. The BBC would be just taken apart.
We have Sky, we have ITV, we have Channel 5, we have Channel 4, and they're all trash. You know, unless you want to watch The Simpsons on Channel 4 or 8 out of 10 Cats, there's pretty much no reason to put it on. You know, if you look at Dave, the channel, not your dog, that is pretty much all BBC reruns. And it's managed to make an entire channel out of that, which is very, very lucrative and successful. The only reason people are moaning about it particularly is because Rupert Murdoch and people like him despise it to hell and they want to get rid of it. So they've started creating a hate campaign against it.
If you compare the value between the TV licence and Sky.
Yeah.
And now I know Sky is optional and is a luxury, and the TV licence, in theory, is compulsory, but, you know, only if you want to watch TV. So you do have the choice to opt out of it if you want to. But for the price of the TV licence, which is what, £12 a month?
Yeah.
You get all those TV channels. You get iPlayer. You get all the radio stations. You get the website, which, I mean, is there a better news site on the internet? You get all of that for £12 a month. Now, I didn't realise how much I pay for Sky until I had a look. And bear in mind, I don't have the sports channels.
Yeah.
So for my Sky package, which is Sky HD... there's no multi-room or anything on there. I've got the movies and all the other channels, just no sports. I pay £58 a month for that.
You're being mugged. Do you know if you get Now TV for £6, you'll have everything you've already got, but you just have to do it through your Xbox or your PlayStation?
Got to get the movies still.
Yeah. Well, you can get the Now TV movie bit for another £5, I think, actually.
Interesting. So how can they justify charging me as much as they do?
Because it's mental, because people are just used to doing it. Also, if you ring up Sky and say, I want to leave... they'll basically say, here's 12 months for free or whatever.
Because what I was thinking of doing, because now I've got my my Amazon Fire Stick as well, that's a little Android thing that I can have the Sky Go app for the sports on.
Haven't you got Netflix?
Yeah, I've got Netflix.
So just watch films on there.
Yeah, they're not always on there. They come to Sky first.
Yeah, but
Anna watches a lot of movies.
All right.
But on the little on the Amazon Fire thing, for £5 a month, I can have the mobile version of Sky Sports as well. So if I were to bin off Sky, I could have Sky Sports, Now TV, keep up with Netflix, get the whole lot for like £20 a month, and Sky is gone. So really, we don't want to get rid of the TV licence, we want to get rid of Sky.
Yeah.
Sky are monsters.
The TV licence as well, though, doesn't just pay for the things that you talked about there. So like the, 6 TV channels or whatever.
It's paying for this advert as well, isn't
it? You know, you got... about something like, there's loads of, I can't even think how many radio stations there are, but there's something for everyone. If people say, don't listen to the radio, and it's like, well, that's your problem, but if you wanted to, there is guaranteed to be a station for you, whether that's Radio 6 or...
the podcast, you mean you're listening to a podcast now? If you listen to podcasts, I would say it's really unlikely that you don't have any BBC podcasts on your subscription list, because they dominate podcasts.
That bugs me actually a little bit, because obviously being someone who wants to be high in the charts in iTunes, they're dominated by BBC, who put that all out for free.
They're monsters!
Yeah, well, not for free, for the TV licence, but... also,
that'd be like us asking for people to give us money every month in order to carry on making this podcast. That'd be disgraceful.
It would be. But also, on top of the money going towards things like Doctor Who, which is awesome for kids, I know, whatever, and so on and so forth, some of that money goes towards actually broadcasting TV for ITV, Channel 4 and everybody else on Freeview and whatnot. Some of that money goes towards just the upkeep of all the stuff. And some of it, goes towards setting things up like Children in Need and Red Nose Day and all that jazz. So, for your what would it be? I can't even do the maths.
£144.
Yeah, £144 a year. I can't believe I just couldn't do what 12 was. If £144 a year, just you're getting something from it. It's a bit like paying for the NHS and whatnot. It needs to be like that. And we all get way, 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 way more than we could.
Well, there you go. If we looked at it on the same view as the NHS, would people bitch about it less if you just paid an extra £144 a year in tax and they did away with the licence fee and just bunked it onto your tax code?
I'm surprised they haven't, to be fair. And it's not like they don't pay anywhere near the going rate for what everyone else gets. That's why Jonathan Ross leaving wasn't a big deal for him, because he got a massive pay rise on ITV, and that's why Adrian Chiles was happy to get his deal with ITV. That's why Jeremy Clarkson and the Top Gear guys weren't like, oh no, my quite well-paid job at the BBC is gone. What am I going to do now? I'm going to go to Sky and earn 50 times the amount, and I'm going to be a worldwide superstar out of it instead of just a worldwide megastar.
I would say megastar's bigger than superstar.
Well,
I think
whatever.
You've got your star rating wrong.
Yeah, they're too far in the distance for me at the moment.
Whereas because I'm already pretty much there, I know the subtle nuances between the two.
But no, I like the TV licence.
How do we get a slice of it?
We have to become those people who go... I mean, what annoys me a little bit about it is if you don't have a TV, they come and knock on your door constantly. Or if you don't have it connected. Like, I had a TV that wasn't connected to anything. I used it for my consoles. And they kept sending me letters. And I was like, get lost. And then they asked if I could come in, and I was like, no.
If you don't have a TV, do you have to pay if you're just watching the iPlayer and stuff? If you don't actually watch live TV?
I've got a feeling that nowadays they'd say to you, well, you can pick up the iPlayer, so you have to pay it. But...
Didn't it used to be the case as well that even if you just listened to the radio, you'd still have to have the TV licence?
I've got no idea with that one. But,
interesting.
And I don't see how they can really enforce it. I mean, I used to love that advert. Without the TV licence, you had that cool advert where the guy just switches to the microwave video that he's got. And just they come in, he's like, no TV in here, mate. And it's just a picture of a chicken microwaving.
That's awesome. Yeah. I don't remember that at all.
He wouldn't get away with it now because TVs are much bigger. But when it was little square tail, he just...
You could make it a hog roast now.
Probably could, or a fireplace. That'd be quite cool.
There is a fireplace channel, isn't there?
Probably. There's a fireplace website. That you
on Sky, I'm pretty sure there is a fireplace channel.
My mate
I think there's
showed
also
me.
a fish tank channel.
There's a site that if you go to it plays classical music, and a site that if you go to it plays the sound of rain, and a site that if you go to it plays the sound of a fire. And if you combine all three and just lay there smoking a pipe with a brandy in your hand, do you feel like a gazillionaire?
There also used to be that radio station called Birdsong that I insisted on playing while we were at uni, and we were doing that group design project that summer. And I tuned the digital radio to the Birdsong channel.
I don't remember that at all.
You probably just thought it was birds outside.
Probably.
But that was a digital radio station. It was just the tweeting of birds all day. There was no adverts or anything either. They'd paid for a digital radio licence.
Where was that channel when I was trying to catch that parrot in Nedworth?
Well, it probably didn't exist then. I can't imagine. I imagine at some point they figured out, hang on, we don't have a way to make any money out of this.
Yeah.
this is just birds. What are we doing? Let's take that off the air.
Yeah, that's really bizarre.
We should do a Birdsong podcast.
Can't we just do a radio station where I just beatbox for 24 hours a day?
Done.
On loop.
Want to get your question answered on a future episode of We're From The Internet? Head over to we'refromtheinternet.com/question, tweet your questions at Kevin Steve, email kevinsteve@gmail.com, or post them at facebook.com/KevinSteve, or even leave them in the comments for this episode.